In a small provincial town, there lived a boy named Aryan. He was slightly shorter than his friends, so he usually sat at the back of the classroom. But his gaze was far-reaching beyond the horizon where the sky met the sea. His one and only dream was to join the Navy. Aryan's dream was immense, yet so was his fear. He was afraid of water. Once, as a child, he had almost been swept away by the tide, and ever since, the vastness of water made him hold his breath in terror. The townspeople often laughed at him, saying, "The boy who's afraid of ponds wants to steer a warship in the open sea?" In his heart, Aryan thought, "I may be short in stature, but not in determination." He knew that running away was never the solution. After completing his intermediate studies, he began going to the seashore every morning on an old bicycle. First month, he simply listened to the roar of the sea from afar. Second month, he started standing on the sand, letting the waves touch his feet. Each time a wave lapped at him, his body froze in fear. But he would close his eyes and tell himself, "This sea is my workplace. I cannot afford to fear it." Third month, he joined a local swimming club. Initially, his hands and feet would tremble in the water, but thinking of the Navy's pristine white uniform, he brushed aside all fear. The Navy selection process began. Aryan excelled in every stage. He performed brilliantly in both written tests and Viva interviews. But during the final selection board, an officer looked at him and said, "Aryan, your height is right at the minimum requirement. On top of that, I hear you have hydrophobia. Can you handle yourself in a stormy sea?" Aryan replied calmly, "Sir, a sailor navigates calm seas. But the one who steers a ship while overcoming the fear of a storm, that is a warrior. I haven't locked my fear away, I've brought it with me, so it reminds me to stay vigilant every moment." Years later, Aryan is now a Navy officer. Standing on the deck of a massive warship, he watches the waves of the deep sea. The very sea that once terrified him has now become his dearest companion. His small stature is now hidden behind his courage. Moral of the story: true courage is overcoming fear. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. Dreams transcend physical limits. Your height or physique doesn't matter. The measure of your dreams and personality does. Power of determination. If your will is strong, your weaknesses can one day become your greatest strength.